Okay, so let's get back into our textbook and what we were learning. Actually, just before, let's go back a bit. So I got you to do some group works and design a poster that is for English learning, that gives advice for English learning. Yes, I can see lots of colors and images. Actually, very nice. So what I'm going to get you to do is to come up with your group and show your poster and tell us what you wrote, what the advice is. So remember, this is a poster, something that we usually see when you go anywhere and you see some poster about some information that's important. Okay, Alexandra, do you want to go first with your group? Or wow, because you're just eating? You want to go first? That looks really cool. I want to see what it is. And that is very nice. Let me just show you what? Yeah. So someone. Okay, tell us about your poster.
We draw an advice.
Find a place
The first item is
quiet.
the first item is learns 5 words a day. I think it's good because we need more vocabulary for speak English. The second is watch movies in English.
Yeah, we can watch movies and series with it in English. It's good for the listening and also to see the not
The third item is listen to podcast or listen to music in English.
Yeah.
Podcast.
Yeah.
Or listening to music. It depends how you learn very English. With which one you identify?
Which
You identify.
identify it?
Identify.
Which one? Which one do we do?
Which one?
Which one?
Which one?
Do we do?
Do you do?
Yeah, we do.
Do you do? I am nervous. I don't know why.
It's one. So which one do you do?
Conrado.
Which one?
Which one?
So you have to pick, because when you say which one, there's an option that asks. How is this today? How is it? Based on understanding, I used to have a book with the verbs. I used to put a picture and write the verbs.
Yeah.
It's very important in that book because I need to see every day I would do my 5 words, but I did my actual words and I put a picture and I wrote, you know, stick it out. Right? What picture? I read Italian, my mom was it's about confusing. So which one do you identify? Which one do you use? You use English.
Video. Okay.
You but outside and outside that one. So when we walk to the next class, you know where? And after that, now, you can make a good name. You can make a bet. You can say that. Okay, next group. So very good advice on learning English. Advice. And this program you should always advice should. We should listen to a podcast. We should learn fast words. If you read it, you should. Okay, so this is yes. What we can have it's for boys stuff.
Writing in the down is more part of proper. Writing it down on small parts of proper. Up of
What?
yes.
Right.
But it's
So right, that's first rights.
Yeah, because you see everything.
Yes. No, I like this. If you like the language, write words, first rights, and
Yeah.
in the past, good advice.
watching video in English, listening to English,
Yes.
talking in English over and over again. Yes. You.
So yes, what do you guys think?
What movie do you recommend?
I love that. I always
Me too.
yes. Yeah. I love it. Just in my bedroom.
Yeah.
Yeah. The messages. Like nice messages. Like
It's visual.
yes, yes, visual. Yes, for your memory. To present the poster. Okay, very nice. So tell us about your poster.
Learning English. Write new words. Write new words. Use flashcards.
Yes.
Which is. OCD. Flashcards.
Flashcards.
And then watch movie or series with subtitle.
Yes.
And vamos about listening podcast,
Yes.
listening English news. making friends with another nationality. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Message, WhatsApp. Yeah. Yeah. In other age, group the WhatsApp, suburb. Yes, 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 yes. Facebook, yeah.
No, coffee. Coffee. Coffee and speak English to people in your area. Good advice?
Yeah.
Very good advice. Well, two kids don't have it.
Oh, yeah, that yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
What's the name?
They're called pins.
The cool pen, yeah.
You know what? I don't have.
Can you pass me one?
Okay, next group. Thank you. Okay, next group. Danielle and Rose. Danny and Danny. Two Dannys.
Yeah.
I prefer that. Fine.
Say Daniela is like a road. My mom called me Daniela. Full name.
It's a what?
Road.
So room.
Yeah, from road. RUDE.
Ah, okay, yeah. So it's Danny, it's fine, so I will not. And you like, yeah. Tell us about your place now.
Tips for living English.
Yeah.
Asks a lot of questions. That summer, how silly is a question all the time asks the teacher or someone with more experience in that level.
Yeah.
Another is subscribe to podcast or YouTube channels like humor, political, comedy, cooking, with topic you found interesting.
Which you find interesting. I like that one. Subscribe to YouTube channels about any activity. Cooking, drawing, sports, any activity that speak in English that interests you.
Take note of a new vocabulary. You can improve your English and remember as a new bomb, new word.
Whether you're at work, try and use that time always to
Don't forget to have fun while here. You can make friends of many countries and practice with your English.
good luck. Make some people all over.
Language.
Like movies and music,
Yes.
the guy, they fashion selection and they voice. Voice. They voice.
Follow for more tips.
Let's talk.
It's some words.
Teacher,
Yes.
for you, which one is the best option for their English?
It's not expensive. I wish you know what. When I come back, I'm gonna bring my book and show you.
So for me, I like to have pictures with words. So for example, in my book, I would write the word, I'm going to go with Italian because sorry, I forgot my Spanish. So studiar is to study. So I would draw a picture. I'd quickly Google and draw something like this. So I'm going to draw this picture and then I'm going to write. So I'm going to go like this. I'll quickly show you. This is in my book at home. So with a pen and paper and colors. So I color it in. So this is my favorite technique. Okay, this one is. Sorry, 1 second. Let me start again. Studiare, which I think in Spanish, estudiar. Estudiar, yes. So for me, because I'm learning it, my Italian, I know more. Okay, travel. This is a nice one. So remember, I'm drawing these pictures. I'm getting them from Google, but in my book, I'm drawing them. I forgot how you spell it, but it means to travel. Yes. I don't remember. I forgot. What did you say? What did you say to me?
Todo bien?
Todo bien? No, not I forgot. It's been a very long time.
I think in working in Italian.
Ah, yes. You hear it. You're gonna learn it very quick. Yeah. So then I keep this is all just verbs. Cook. This is a nice one. Is that right? Does anyone else? Actually, I should ask Daniela. Is that right? Cucinare in Italian? I think I remember like. So this is what I like to do. See, this is just the verbs. So this would be my verbs. So I'm gonna like Italian verbs. This is in my book. I draw these pictures, but I get the images from Google. And then this is just the verbs. Then I do one for my nouns. And then I do one for I have it at home. I'll bring it next time. It has at least maybe 150 pictures that I drew with the verb on top. So I know, studiare, to study. When I was studying the language, not free time, no. I was studying like you. Yeah. But in my free time, yes, I did this. Viaggiare is to travel. So let's pretend this is English. So English verbs. So this would be study. This would be travel. See now how I'm learning my verbs and I'm looking at the picture. Travel and cook. Imagine if I did this for many, many verbs with a picture and the verb study, travel, cook. And I just draw these little pictures. Yeah, or you could do it in a Word document like this. That's what worked for me. And I was so quick to learn. It helped me so much. Verbs, separate them. Start with your verbs and then do your nouns. Remember, nouns are very different. Yeah, study, little picture, travel, whatever picture that you like. I get it from Google. So I type the verb. Let's do another one. Work. Let's find. Yes, to Alexandria, because she'll put a work. Which one's good one? So for me, which I like this one for work. No. No more. Yeah. No. I can bring some in a minute. Yeah, I'll go get some in a minute from Okay, and then yeah, so this is what I like to do. So it's cute. This one was to work. Even, you know what's very nice? As a Word document. And then work. So now you can see the picture and the action together. Work, cook. Now these are very easy verbs. What about if I said to you to agitate? What does that mean, that verb? What if I said to you to accuse? Do you know what that verb means? Huh?
Abstract word.
What is it?
How you draw an abstract word?
Yes, yeah. I know. You have to use your mind to draw a word of an action. Concept, yeah. So you can do more advanced accuse. What does that mean? Imagine if I had an image, wouldn't you remember it more? Accuse, I could do to deceive. Now I know these are deceive, to accuse, to propose. So these are actions. But if I put a picture, maybe you're going to remember that action very quickly. Now I chose very hard, advanced actions which you haven't learnt yet. But imagine if you had an image here and here, you'd remember accuse. I'll show you. Accuse, to accuse someone is like this. Say, you did it, you did it, you did it. That's accuse, see? So I'm going to pick, to accuse. Like if I lost my book and I say, Ronan, did you take my book? Yes, you took my book. I think you took my book. Yeah. So he's denying it, but I'm accusing him. I'm saying, yes, you did. You took my book. Where is my book? You took it. And he says, no. So maybe I pick this one. I think is good. Or this one. This is nice, to accuse. See? Save image. Copy image. So now you're not going to forget because you saw a picture with the action. See? Now you know, to accuse. That's what it means, to accuse. Propose. Do you know what that means? Oh, yeah, it's not a really hard one. Let's have a look. To ask someone to marry you, propose. So I'm going to pick a picture which I like. For me, I think, sorry, I spelled it wrong. To propose. See, like this. To ask someone to marry you. What do you mean? To propose? No, you can propose an idea. You can propose an engagement because you're proposing something. It's almost like you're asking, you're proposing. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So for me, that's how I connect what this word means with an image. Propose means to propose. That's the most common way to use it, but it has many meanings. So you just have to know that some verbs, yes, they can have many meanings. So that's what I do. I have my book. I'll show it to you next time. It has 150 Italian verbs, and it took me a long time because I drew the picture. But now when I did like this on Word document, this is much better. So start with your verbs and then do your nouns. Book. So you're going to have the word book here and an image of a book. Now that's a very easy word, but what about if I told you another verb, whatever, a word that you're not sure about? So draw a picture, it helps. So good question. Okay, does anyone else have their poster? to show? No? Did everyone have a go, Jimin? That's okay. Yeah.
It's very simple.
Ah, you need to put color. Yes. So this is from Jimin. We need some color because it's always good to have color in the show. Okay. You want to tell us about it? Oh, yeah, if you want. Okay. Color.
First, and very simple. Easy way to learn English.
Yes.
First, drawing about words. Apple, banana, if to talk. And anywhere you can memorize with discuss.
With cards.
Yeah, with
Yes.
cards. Yeah, on the road, in the bus, on the bed, in the shopping.
And you can take cards with you on the bus, in the shop. When you're free, you can look. Okay, good. So let's get into our review for the unit. So we did that's okay, Solange. So let's do a review. We're looking at unit 10, and if you remember the grammar, have you ever, so when we ask someone a question, have you ever verbed? That's the rule. Have you ever verbed? So it's asking about an activity. Have you ever traveled to Europe? Have you ever played the guitar? It means in your whole life, have you ever done this action? We answer no, I've never, or yes, I have. Have you ever been to Europe? Be careful, there's some irregular verbs like taught is teach. Have you ever taught someone Spanish or Portuguese before? Have you ever learnt another language? Have you ever dreamt that you were flying? Have you ever ridden a horse before? Have you ever made a cake before? So you see how I'm asking about activities and have you ever done this in your whole life? Have you ever done this? So let's do number 1. They did it for us. Have you ever seen the Eiffel Tower? No, I've never. Has anyone ever seen the Eiffel Tower? Yes, I have. Amazing. What's number 2? How do we make that a question with have you ever? Taught, because it's an irregular. Have you ever taught a language? It's the same in the past simple. Yesterday, I taught my little sister how to draw. It means to teach, but in the past, taught, it breaks the rule. It doesn't have an ED. So remember, this is the past perfect. Number 3, have you ever learnt the guitar? Yeah. Number 4, have you ever ridden a motorbike? Number 5, have you ever made a film? So we understand how to use the past perfect. It's an action which happened in the past, but maybe it's still continuing. So we're asking someone in your whole life up until now, have you done this action? Did you do it? Did you experience this action? So which are the answers? If I said, have you seen the Eiffel Tower? D, no, I haven't, but I'm going to Paris next year. 1D. Yeah. So 1D. Yeah. What would be the answer for number 2? Have you ever taught a subject? What would be the response? C. No, I haven't, but I've helped my younger brother with his homework. Number 3, what would be the answer? Have you learnt the guitar? E. No, I haven't, but I like to play it one day. And what would be the answer to number 4? Have you ever ridden a motorbike? Yes, I have. I rode, which is the past of ride, I rode across America on a Harley Davidson last summer. Past. And what would be the answer to, have you ever made a film? Yes, I have. Okay, so let's start with Ronan. Or I'll start first. I'm going to ask Ronan a question. He's going to answer it. And then Ronan is going to pick someone and ask them a question. So Ronan, have you ever played volleyball before?
No,
No, I've never. So only when there's an ever, you have to say, no, I've never. Okay. Now pick someone and ask them a question.
Diego, have you eaten?
Have you ever eaten?
Have you ever cooked a pizza?
Have you ever cooked a pizza before?
Cookies.
Cooked. Yeah, good question. No, I have. No, I've never.
I have.
Yeah, good. Okay, Diego, pick someone and ask them a question.
Have you ever ridden motorbike?
Have you ever ridden a motorbike?
Yeah.
To who? To Letizia? Yeah? No, I've never. Good. Letizia, pick someone. Hmm? The movie. Have you ever seen the movie? you ever seen the movie, whatever? You can ask Iron Man or Superman. Yeah? To who? Ah, to Ojalon. Have you ever seen the movie, whatever? Superman? Yes, I have, Barbie. Have you ever seen the movie Barbie? Yes. No, I've never. I don't think I will, and I don't think I will. So, okay, Ojalon, ask someone a question. Mm. Good. No, I've never. Only because, yes, you could say, no, I haven't, but because it had ever, we need to put never. So we need to connect that. Yes. Okay, David, ask someone a question. Mm-hmm.
Have you ever learned present perfect?
Yeah. Have you ever learned the present perfect? Yes. And sorry, I had a mistake here. It's the present perfect, not past perfect. Yes. Yes, I have. Good. I'm learning it now. Conrado, pick someone. Wilda, yeah. Have you ever what was the question? Have you ever yeah, have you ever cooked dinner before? Yes, I have. Good. Okay, good. So let's get to question 4. So remember, we're asking about experience to someone. So remember, that's your main action. Have you ever, and then main action. Okay, one more. Go, Wilda. Yes? Andreas, yes.
Have you ever seen a kangaroo?
Perfect. Have you ever seen a kangaroo? No, I've never. Good. Have you ever seen a kangaroo? Perfect. And he said, no, I've never. Good. Okay, number 4, complete the conversation. So we have the present perfect or the past simple. Now let's remember what the past simple was. The past simple, yeah. Yeah, kangaroo. Yeah. Yep. So the past,
But capybara is better can
the what? Is that an animal in Brazil? How do I spell it? Yeah. So cute. And it's delicious. And it's delicious. I like that. I would try it. Is it big? I thought it was in the first picture, I thought small, like a rabbit. Oh, I've never seen this before. It is. Does it make lots of noise? Like, it eats vegetarian stuff? Sorry. Let's look at this one. Do people have it as a pet? Yeah. Because it's a native animal of Brazil. Ah, interesting. I've never seen that before ever in my life. Capivara. Yeah. But in Colombia, this is a meal that you can find in a restaurant. Brazil is like, no, this is our native animal. How dare you? That's funny. Well, I have to agree with Colombia. I would try this one. But it's sad because it's a native animal. So yes, it's better than a kangaroo. Yeah. But is it nice? Like, can you pat it? It doesn't bite you? Like, yeah? Okay.
With the change, if you put the capybara together than kangaroo, we will actually 50 in a day.
What will you do?
Capybara is better than kangaroo. No, it's a video.
It's a video.
No, I think that's one video.
It's a video? Let me, because I'm in images. Let me,
Yeah.
is it this one? It's very short video. Let's watch. What do you think, Solange, about the capybara? Look how they spell kangaroo. In Brazil, this is how you spell. Ah, it's very short. That's the video. I think that's not the video because it's very short. I think that's not the. One second. Sorry, because yeah. Okay, so let's continue. So let's do the conversation. So we're talking about the present perfect when we ask about experiences, and we're talking about the past simple is a finished, completed action in the past. It's a finished, completed action, the past simple. And it's different. We put the subject plus the verb. So let's have a look at the sentence. So the first one is a question. And it tells us to use ever. So we know it must have you ever visited Rome? Present perfect. If I want to make it in the past simple, would you know how to make that question in the past simple? Because you can. How would you make it in the past simple? Did you ever visit Brazil? Or did you visit Brazil in your life? Yeah. So the number B says, yes, I have. I was a student. So look at the was past at the university. Really? What did you study? So when we have did, that's the past simple. What did you study? Art. I also worked, past simple. Because it's a finished, completed action, not I have worked in the restaurant for 5 years. It's not a continuing action. It's a finished action. So past simple. I don't do it anymore. It's finished. I worked in a museum for 3 months. When did you do that? Past simple. Because it's a completed action. So when did you do that? Not have you. You can't even do it with it must be in the past simple. When did you do that? When have you done that? Only if you're still continuing it, but it's not continuing. In 2005, So you can see in 2005, not now. So past simple, it's finished the action. Number 5. Yes, it must be in the past simple because the time is finished. So did you learn Italian when you were there? When you were there, past simple. No, I didn't because my parents are Italian. So I have spoken Italian all my life. Why? Because he still speaks it. So I have spoken it all my life and I still speak it now. If he said, so I spoke Italian, that means he doesn't speak it anymore. So don't worry, it's very good to know the difference between the two. We'll watch a video. So now let's tick it. We can use the present perfect and we know how to ask about our past experiences. Let's watch a quick video. So present perfect and past simple. I'm just going to quickly pick a video. Okay, let's watch this video. Might help us understand the difference between the two. Not a video. Sorry, I thought that's a video. Yes.
Simple was perfect. We won the game yesterday. We've won a lot at basketball tournaments. We use the past simple to talk about a finished action at an exact time in the past. We often use a time expression to say when the action happened. We use the present perfect to talk about an action in the past when we don't know the exact time or it isn't important.
Have you ever won a basketball tournament?
No, we've never won one. Yes, we have. We use the present perfect with ever or never to talk about life experiences. To form the past simple positive, we add ed to most regular verbs. With irregular verbs, we do not add ed for the past simple form. They have different forms. We form the past simple negative with didn't. We add did to form the past simple question. We form the present perfect with have or has and a past participle. We often use short forms of have and has, especially in spoken English. We form the present perfect negative with not. We form present perfect questions like this. Regular past participles end in ed. Irregular verbs have irregular past participles. Sometimes it is the same as the past simple form. Sometimes it's different.
So that was a very good video to show the difference. So make sure you know the difference between the two tenses. Okay, let's also look at, if you remember this unit, we looked at subjects: biology, English, math, science, history. So which one, number one, about 60% of the human body is water? What subject do you think that is? Biology. Yeah, biology. Yep, I think biology. So one is biology. What about the Mekong River is in Southeast Asia and goes through 6 countries? Geography. Mary Shelley wrote the book Frankenstein. Literature. Yeah. Literature. The A is silent. So literature. So don't say the A because that's silent. Literature. Yep, the A is silent. Literature. And light travels at 299,792,458 meters per second. Physics. I like to learn this one more. Bolivia became a country in 1826. History. Hydrogen and oxygen make water. Chemistry. Good. So we know some vocab of subjects. Okay. Let's go to number 7. Let's choose the correct one. So remember, 1 is in the present simple, and 1, actually, these are present simple sentences. So is it I study English every day for an hour, or I invent English? I study. Yeah. So I study. Number 2, can you know the past tense of the verb go, or can you remember? Remember. Yep. So study, and then remember. Now, to know, when we talk about we know someone or something, I know that in Spanish you use it very differently, because when I learned Spanish, I remember I had to, I struggled with this one. I know, we don't say country. I know Thomas. I know Italian. I know how to cook something or someone. I know Peter, but not I know I want to travel to Australia because I want to know Australia. No, we do not know a country. We visit a country, we see a country because I want to experience Australia. We don't know a country. We only know someone or something, but something like a noun, you know, like I know how to draw very good. And to remember information, rules, law. So it's remember. Can you remember? Number 4, number 3, I always forget. I always forget this word. What does it mean? Forget. Number 4, we can practice. We can practice. Let me just go back a bit to memorize. Now it has the ending ZE. Anytime you see ZE, memorize, realize, whatever. Anytime you see a word that ends in ZE, make it SE because that's the British Australian spelling. So memorize, realize, there's many words. I can't remember them now. I need to learn. Discover is like finding. I need to discover something, like to find, but I need to learn. Okay, number 8, complete this sentence for you. So this week in my English lessons, I've learnt, so I have some examples here. This week in my English lessons, I've learnt about different learning habits. I've learnt all about the present perfect. I've learnt how to use the past simple. I've learnt English grammar in general. What's a sentence that you can make? David. This week in my English lessons, I've learnt so I've learnt, what have you learnt? I've learnt about different learning habits. I've learnt all about the present perfect, how to use the past simple. I've learnt to make friends. I've learnt how to do presentations. What have you learnt in your English lesson? What did you learn? I've learnt, yeah, I've learnt. Sorry? How to play a game on the computer? Yes. Yeah. In your English class? You were learning how to play a game in your English class? Okay. Not very helpful to your English unless I learned how to play, okay, a game on my computer. Yeah, it's imagining, yeah. But it's connected to this week in my English lessons. I've learnt how to play a game on my computer. Yeah, how to play an English game. Anyone else? Daniel, what's your sentence? This week in my English lessons, I've learnt. What have you learnt in your English lessons? This week, what did you learn? Yes, I've learnt some useful means like it's helpful. Some helpful tips, or advice. Remember, advice, some helpful advice to learn English better. Yeah, that's what we did this week to learn English better. Alexandria, what did you learn this week? In your English class, not in your week, just in this class. What did you learn?
Maybe
Hmm.
learn more vocabulary.
I learnt more vocab. I learnt some more vocab. Yeah, I learnt some. You remember we used some with like many? I learnt some more vocab. Yeah, good. And we can say vocab, that's fine, because yeah, vocab, vocabulary. So I learnt some more or some new. Maybe I learnt some new vocab. Yeah, good sentence. Okay, so now we can talk about subjects. We talked about history, maths, and we talked about learning. This is what I learnt. When I was in Argentina, I learnt about Argentina's history. I learnt about tango. I learnt about food. You know, that Argentinian barbecues. So we can use it to talk about what we learned. I've learned. Now, if you look at it, it is in the present perfect. Why? Because I'm still learning it. You didn't finish with this action. Did you finish to learn new vocabs? No, you're still learning every day. So present perfect, because this is what I've learned and I'm still doing it. But if I said I learned without the have, past simple, then it means I've finished it. I'm not doing it anymore, that action. But no, I'm still continuing it. So present perfect. I have learned and I'm still learning. I'm still doing this action. Okay, let's do number 9. We have to put the words in the correct order. So number 1, it's a question. So always look for, especially in your test, the test that you have on Fridays, always look, is it a question? I know how to start a question. It must be with the W's, it must be with the H, the how, or maybe it's with the verb, is, are, have. So what is this question? See you tomorrow. So what's the first one? Is that A for Amsterdam? Is that B for Belgium? So remember, we were looking at clarifying and making sure we heard the correct letter, we heard the correct number. You remember when we did the up in the board and we were writing the names, it was, if we wrote Daniela, it's a difference. If you put an A to Daniel, it's a very, you got to make sure, oh, was that Daniela? Daniela? Always check with people. When you hear a word or a phone number, see you tomorrow. An email address, an address to go somewhere. So is that A for Amsterdam? Number 2. See you tomorrow. See you. Oh, I don't see you tomorrow. Sorry, I see you after. Yeah, bye. I'm used to seeing you tomorrow. Was that 30 or 13? Was that 30 or 13? It's a question. You can see it starts with the verb was for past, present, is. These are questions. That's how we start questions. with the verb, not the subject. Number 3, it's a question. Is the number, yeah, 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 that's what we say. Is the number, whatever, yeah. Is the number 675? Number 4, see ya. I'll see you soon. Next week, 10 August, at the excursion. So we have I'll come back. I see you at the excursion. So I won't see you in class after today. But
I received an email for the American or
I don't know. You have to check with up with Will. Yeah, I don't know about, yeah. Okay. But check tomorrow. Make sure come a little bit earlier and ask him. Yeah, because next week you're next level. Yeah. Okay, number 4. Is there anything else? Yeah. So maybe you're at a restaurant and the waiter will say to you, is there anything else that you want? Or maybe I am making an order on the phone to Domino's Pizza and they will say to me, is there anything else that you want? Is there anything else? Or maybe I'm taking a message from Mariana because Mariana wants to leave a message for Alexander. I say, okay, is there anything else you want to tell? You want me to write? Is there something else? Is there anything else? Number 5, have you sent the email? Present, perfect question. How can I write that in a past simple? Yes, did you send the email? Yeah, exactly. Yes. Sorry, that's the second time. I think the same word, and I accidentally do the same thing. So 1 is the present perfect. Can you see? Present perfect. Have or has with the past verb. And this is the present, the past simple, did. Same main action, send. The exact same question. But 1 is in a different structure. I have to pick one. Make sure they're very different. Have you sent or did you send? Okay, good. Let's do number 10. See you. Are you coming to the excursion? Thank you. Thank you. I will. Are you coming to the excursion? Yes. Bring your wife, anyone, daughter, anyone that you want to bring. Okay, bye. Thank you. Okay, write down the following: the name of a famous person, the telephone number of your best friend, and the address of someone else in your family. This is interesting. So this is an example. Someone said Michael Jackson. They put this phone number and then this is the address they gave. Then we have this one. Okay, so you've all done it. You've written the name of a famous person, a telephone number of your best friend. You can just make it up. I don't know. Well, yeah, I don't have a best friend. An imaginary best friend then. And the address of someone else in your family. You can just make it up. You don't have to put true information. Because then, hey? Oh yeah, that's cute. And you're my best friend. Okay, 2 minutes. You've all written it? Number 10. Okay, it should. So I'll finish here and continue soon.